Hi everyone, this is Lisa. I hope you're all having a great start to your week. So today our STEM major highlight will be on chemical engineering. And basically what a chemical engineer does is they're in charge of developing and coming up with chemical transformations and processes to turn your raw materials into products that we use in daily life and in society. So basically every item that you see around you has been touched somewhat by a chemical engineer. For example, in the petrochemical industry, they're the ones in charge of taking the crude oil and transforming it into gasoline or into plastics. So, the petrochemical industry is just one example of the industry they can be part of. It can be part of the pharmaceutical industry or the biomedical industry or the food industry. They're vital in many, many industries. So as a chemical engineer, you'll have a plethora of opportunities to be part in. One of our members is going to share why he decided to do chemical engineering. So I hope y'all enjoy our answers for this week, and we look forward to hearing back from y'all and answering your new questions. So until then, have a great week.
All right, hey everyone. My name is Luis Taboada, and I'm a chemical engineer. I'm from Monterrey, Mexico. I was born there, but I moved to Katy when I was about 8 years old. And so, someone would like to know that what do I like to do in my downtime, or what is my favorite thing to do in my downtime? In here at UT, I'm involved in Texas Muay Thai. So I don't know if you guys have heard about MMA, mixed martial arts. I do sort of like that. It's Muay Thai is like kickboxing and boxing, and as well as with other stuff put together. So I usually go to the gym and work on that as well with some buddies. I also like to be involved in SHIP, which is the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. That is an awesome program. We're like a close knit family, and I hang out with most of them. And how many hours do I usually put aside to do projects and homework? That all depends on my classes, honestly. So right now, since I'm a freshman in chemical engineering, I pretty much just for every 1 hour that I have for class, I say I put in about 2 hours of work aside from that. So say I have Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays 1 hour of chemistry. So then I have to put in 2 hours for each hour that I take. So in total, that is just going to be 6 hours that I put into work for that one class. And so, that includes homeworks, studying for tests, and just overall notes. So it's not as much as you think it is, but chemical engineering does or will get harder, I'm sure, in the next couple years. Hopefully, I won't turn into a zombie by then. And I chose chemical engineering because honestly, I think it's in my blood. I really love chemistry and how things work, how the atoms, how you make different materials. So most of the time, everything that you see here has been touched by a chemical engineer, whether you know it or you don't, in a way. Because getting it from the lab down to an industrial level, the midway, the path between, that's what a chemical engineer does. They design it so they design the the industry so that you can get stuff quickly produced at a cost-effective level from like the lab all the way down to manufacture it in billions and billions of products. So there you go. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Hello, guys. My name is Christian Mendez, and I am a second year electrical engineering student at UT Austin. I am from a small city called San Benito, Texas. If y'all don't know where that is, it's right next to another city called Brownsville, which is unofficially the last city in the U.S. southwise by the border of Mexico, by South Padre Island. So I'm going to answer two questions that were given to us that students wanted answered. And the first one actually sparked my interest greatly. I wasn't expecting this question. And so that question is, could it be possible to teleport someone or something? So you see it in the movies, right? So they go into a machine, there's a flash, and they come out miles away from where they originally were in half an instant. So my thought on this is I think it is possible. We've made great progresses um, in, up to this point. in everything from cell phones to technology to manufacturing to everything, right? We've made great progress. So I think this is within a range of us being able to do, but I do think it's quite a time. It's going to be quite a while before we get there. I estimate more, if you wanted a more accurate guess, it'd be, I think, maybe four lifetimes from now before we're able to accomplish anywhere something near that. So the struggles with that concept is, one, are we able to build technology strong enough or adequate enough to be able to accomplish such a task? And the second, more important aspect of this is, so we are all made of atoms, of molecules, of elements, um, and we are composed in a certain way, in a certain structure, right? If you want to think of it in a certain way. The problem with this is, so being able to transport someone is, if you would think of a puzzle, like puzzle pieces, right? You build the puzzle, right? So being able to transport that puzzle in somewhere far away would consist of of having to break down that puzzle piece, the puzzle into its individual pieces, and then have to send it to a very far away distance or to another location, and then put the puzzle back the way it was before. And for a puzzle, it might be a little easier, right? The pieces are really big, but for us, we're, like I said, we're on a molecular level, and to a point where we can't even see it without microscopes, right? So we would have to individually make sure that every single atom that composes us transfers to the other location and is put back in the original way that we were before, right? So I think that would be the greatest difficulty that we have, if being able to teleport someone or something. I think that if we were to begin that, we would start teleporting some things and not people, because that'd be pretty bad, because we don't want to teleport someone and then they end up over there without a leg, or they're missing something, or they have an extra something, right? So yes, I think it is possible to teleport someone, but I don't think it'll be anywhere near our lifetime.
Um, for the other question that I'm going to answer is, how does college affect your life? In the sense of, as a college student, telling people in grade school, I'd say it's great, it's amazing. I'm learning a lot of new things. The usual stuff that you hear from teachers, or maybe your older siblings, if you have any, your parents if they've gone to college or anything like that. So the typical, right? But in a more personal level, what I would say is, going to college is, you have more freedom for yourself. And college is a time where you really begin finding out who you really are as a person. You have a bit more independence. So for me, college, the way it affects my life is, I mean, it makes me miss my family a little bit more. I don't get to see them that often, but it's it just it helps me grow, because it helps me have a schedule. When do I do things, work? It's increased my workload, so I have to increase my time management skills, my leadership skills. I'm a leader in some organizations and things like that. So college is great. I guess you could say, for lack of better words, affecting me in a good way, right? So that's my input for those questions. So I hope that really helps.
I think college is a great experience. It's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful place to be, and you not only learn what you're learning in the class, but you learn about the world, your surroundings, anything really. So college affects my life in a good way, I'd say. So work hard to go there, work hard to get there, guys. You'll get there. Just, you got to work hard and be open to a lot of ideas.
Uh, or I hope it sparks your curiosity. And I would recommend talking about this within yourselves in groups, or with your peers, just on your way home or something. But yeah.